What's going on? Welcome back to Normal Baseball. We're learning a lot more about MLB teams, and let's talk about it. What's going on? Welcome back to yet another Normal Baseball podcast. I'm Alex Normal Dog. That's Lewis. And, baseball.
Baseball
Baseball is so much fun.
Welcome back, everybody. Another week of games concluded.
It's Sunday night. Usually we do this on Sunday morning. But today's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Let's
clap
give
it up for the moms. Round of applause. Good job, moms.
Happy Mother's Day to the moms.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's just get into it. Baseball's fun.
Well, do you want to do the homer draft first?
Yeah, but let's preface a little bit. Baseball's fun. We're having a good time. Divisions are evening themselves out. I mean, not evening themselves out, but like we're starting to learn a lot more about teams and what teams need and stuff. We're a month and a week into the season now.
Yeah, it's getting good. I mean, there are a lot of all the divisions don't have a clear-cut favorite for the most part, which is fun. Just looking forward to just more baseball because it's getting really it's a lot of fun. We're seeing the veterans who have done it before win a championship show out, but we're also seeing these young guys who want to go out there and hoist up the commissioner's trophy really show that they're worth it to their teams and to their value in the future. It's exciting to watch baseball right now, and if you're not watching, you need help.
That's your fault. Yeah. Let's like you said, let's start off with the homer draft.
Yeah.
You want to? So it was 5-3 last week. I picked Ronald Acuna Jr. and Jose Ramirez. Lewis picked Nolan Arenado and Anthony Rizzo. Acuna hit 2 home runs. Jose Ramirez hit none. And Lewis. Your
Arenado and Rizzo both did not hit homers. In fairness, Rizzo, I think, what do we have, 3 rainout games this week for the Yankees? 2 or 3?
Well, technically we've only missed 1, the Friday game. That's it.
No, we rained out 2 games because it was the momentum thing. Then they got to get back into it. I mean, we saw them.
I don't think they had anything.
We saw the Yankee boys drinking beer and everything. I was like, oh, well.
Nah, Rizzo didn't homer in Toronto, though, so. Anyway, we're tied up now. It's 5-5.
For anyone keeping track at home, it is 5-5.
Very exciting times.
Terrifying.
So obviously we're gonna do our homer draft picks now. A couple guys. I have a couple guys in my mind. Who?
All right.
Who are you thinking?
Oh, I'll get to go first this time?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go for it.
All right. I would like Michael Nelson Trout. Is my first choice.
Okay, Mike Trout.
Yes, sir. I mean, I think that's one of the most obvious choices that you could take in a homer draft, and I need to get back on the board here.
Respectable. I'm going to go with... Sorry, my paste button isn't working. I'm going to go with...
Who are you going to take?
I was going to pick Ohtani, but I'm not going to anymore because... I picked them 2 weeks ago, so I can't do that again. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with...
Good podcasting.
I don't know. You want to go again? You pick again.
No. I'm not starting off taking both of mine. Come on.
Why? I'll take...
I need to strategize.
Fine. I'll take... Shit.
Who?
Who am I going to take?
Okay, let's break it down for you. AL or NL first?
I'll pick Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki. Okay. Wow. He just, out of right field, took that.
I mean, I was struggling to think, so I, might as well.
Fair enough. All right, and then for my NL pick, I really, to be fun, want to go Mookie Betts.
I wonder why.
It would be cool.
We're watching the Dodgers-Cubs Sunday Night Baseball on the left, so that's the only reason he picked Mookie Betts.
No. I was,
Right. He was on your board all week, right?
well, don't want
Right.
don't
I'm
want
sure.
to, but maybe. All right, come on. Who's your NL
You're
pick?
picking Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also my AL pick, by the way. So
Yeah, it is.
Betts and Trout. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tim Anderson.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I don't know. Just kind of, I don't even know.
I know you don't know.
Why not?
Yeah.
We're tied.
Fair enough.
I'm going to be in the
Don't
lead
remind me.
next week, so.
Cap. Okay. So, where do we go from
We're
here?
just going to talk about baseball
Let's
now.
talk about some baseball.
So-
Let's baseball talk it.
So, divisions are rounding out.
Which is fun.
I say we kind of just go one by one in each division, talk about some games that happened. We'll start with the NL East because the Mets are kind of insane.
First team to 20 wins.
First team to 20 wins, yes.
Yeah, which is exciting. They're leading their division by 6 games, and the Mets and the Mets have a 6-game lead of their division with Atlanta and Miami trailing 6 games behind.
It's
which is
crazy.
just crazy.
It's crazy, but like Acuna's back, and I think that's really gonna help the Braves. And I think the Braves are. I think by next week the Braves are within 3 games. I think they pick up 3 games this week, which is big. I do think that.
I don't doubt that the Braves can win games. It's more of can the Mets lose games, because the way that we've been watching them play this year so far, like yes, they've lost 10 times this year. Like
6-4 in their last 10.
Yeah.
So they can lose.
But I know this team is just clicking so well. I mean, one of the things that we could jump into is their comeback against the Phillies.
Oh, that was insane.
Which was crazy. Alex and I were sitting right here in this room when it happened.
Well, you want to explain it first instead of...
Yeah. So,
explain.
we're sitting here and we see that the Phillies were up, what was it, 7-1?
7-1 in the 9th inning.
7-1 in the 9th inning with, I believe, 1 out. And
no outs.
No outs, yeah. So I said to Alex, the Mets are going to come back.
I don't remember that, so I can't confirm nor deny.
So we watched Francisco Lindor hit a 2-run home run, made it 7-3, and then the Mets really just played good baseball and were able to work themselves into a 1-run game when Starling Marte hit a double to bring in 2?
No. Lindor homered. Then, Mark Canha hit a ball off the pitcher. And then...
Shocking. Usually he gets hit by pitches.
I think it was J.D. Davis. It was a tie game when Starling Marte came up. So they tied it at 7, and Starling Marte hit an RBI double. Off the wall. And he actually started the inning with an infield hit.
Yeah.
So it came around, and they took an 8-7 lead. And they won 8-7. I mean, Edwin Diaz shut them down in the 9th inning. Absolutely insane. It felt like after that, this Mets team, it can literally come back from anything. They scored 7 runs in the top of the 9th inning, and they weren't looking good at all that game. They just came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, it was so weird because that game was so one-sided until the 9th inning. Like the Phillies had no doubt that they were going to win the game, and their bullpen blew the game wide open for the Mets, which was crazy. And I think that perfectly sums up how I believe this whole Phillies season is going to go. Like, it looked so great on paper. Everything looks to be firing at all cylinders. But you are lacking 50% of a team in not having a full rotation that's capable of playing in the postseason or playing against postseason caliber teams. And your bullpen is god-awful, which is... It sucks to say because the Phillies have a good lineup.
Yeah, but their lineup relies a lot on power, which isn't great.
Well, yeah, they're living and dying by the home run ball.
I don't even know, because today they did have a hits. It reminds me a lot of, the 2018 Yankees. It was like, if you didn't hit a home run, you weren't winning the game. Which isn't good.
Yeah.
You can win games, but you're going to lose a lot of games because of that.
Yeah, which is... It's upsetting that that's how some teams are choosing to play baseball when the Phillies are throwing around this money and stuff. Like, yes, Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos are worth what their contract is, but you should have more than just 3 to 4 power hitters in your lineup if you want to go out and really compete. Which that's where I critique the the Phillies. And I mean, it shows in their record. They're currently 12-16. They're not doing too hot. And
Well, to be fair, no team in the NL East is doing too hot except for the
Mets.
Mets. And that's where I come to mention the Marlins have been slipping, which sucks.
They keep losing by like 1 run.
Yeah, but they're in very close games. Like today, they were up 2-0 to the. Today they were up 2-0 to the Padres in the bottom of the ninth. Jorge Alfaro, their former catcher, hits a 3-run bomb and they win 3-0. I mean, that just sucks. And they lost like the Diamond. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But their Diamondback series, they lost 3 of 4 or 2 of 3 or something like that. But they were all close games. And it's like they're getting runs and they're getting it done where it matters, but not enough, which sucks.
Well, that's on the inexperience of their lineup. Like, yes, you have guys like Jorge Soler, Abisail Garcia, Jazz Chisholm Jr., obviously our favorite player in baseball. But the younger guys, just they can't complete it as how some of the older, better, more confident guys can.
I disagree, respectfully, because I've been watching the games. It's actually their bullpen that kind of is the big flaw. Especially in that last Diamondbacks game, they came back. It was back and forth, 8-7, 8-7. But their bullpen kept giving up runs. And the games before that, it was 5-4, but they were still coming back. It's really been Jazz. Jesus Aguilar has been a big part of it, but Jazz has just been the spark for that team. And they are 3-7 in their last 10, but I don't think that really reflects how good they've played so far.
Yeah, because it feels like they just lose only 1-run games, which is crazy to think about. I mean, they also have a plus run differential while losing, which is crazy to think about. I mean, I want to see the Marlins, the boys down south, do well. And it's upsetting that we can't see that right now because they're missing so many small pieces that don't look that big from the outside looking in. But when you sit down and watch a Marlins game, it makes sense as to why people complain about this team.
Yeah. So while we're talking about the Marlins Diamondback series, we have to get to it. The title, partial title of this episode, the Bumgarner hand job. I mean, ridiculous. Bumgarner starts the game, gives up a leadoff home run to John Birdie, and then coming off the field, he wasn't too happy with his calls. To be fair, he was, when you look at it, he was getting mad at pitches that were balls, but he thought were strikes, but they actually were balls according to
in just
the
first inning.
In the first inning this happened, he goes to get his foreign substance check. The ump just sits there, rubbing his hands. He's just like staring at him. Literally staring at him. And he wasn't even looking at his hands. He was just massaging his hands, staring at him. And Bumgarner looks up and he's like, well, what are you doing? And the second he said one thing to him, ejected.
Boom!
Terrible. I hate that.
Agreed.
Did he have something against Bumgarner?
I don't know, but I did see that the umpire did issue a statement saying, like, I'm sorry, I should not have done that. It was stupid for me to just bounce him from the game after whatever I did. And, like, he apologized, but that doesn't mean that, you know.
You still took him out of the game an inning into his start. Like,
yeah.
What? That's ridiculous.
It was so stupid. I mean, I feel really bad for Madison Bumgarner.
Yes, something with these umps. And especially in that series, they had, like, the foul ball call with Jazz. He accidentally called it foul instead of fair.
I mean,
they overturned it. The Marlins might have won that game if that didn't happen. But, I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, foreign substance check, yes. But when you look at the Marlins starter, who I believe was Elcier Hernandez, was starting, his substance check barely touched his hand.
Yeah.
This one, they were massaging him up, rubbing him up, putting the oil on. Having a great time.
Do you think that the whole, like, the ump taking longer to check was because the Marlins said that maybe he's cheating?
No.
Like,
it's
because
the bottom of the first inning. The manager, no one talked to the umps.
Yeah, because we've been watching, like, I've been watching enough baseball to where most of the umpires are their inspections for sticky substances is literally just like pitcher goes like this, umpire goes, you're clean, and then they walk away.
Yeah, no one even does the belt anymore or anything. It's kind of getting a lot more loose.
Yeah, which is both concerning and good, because if the pitchers are being honest and they're not cheating, and all the umpires need to really do is check the hand to see if it has any residue on it, that's good. But it's also bad because if pitchers are cheating, they're not getting checked properly.
Right. And yeah, I mean, but the Diamondbacks, they still won the series, so good on them. And they won today. They're 15-14, and they're last in the division. They're only 5 games back. The NL West is the only division in baseball with every team over 500.
Just crazy to think about, because I guarantee you a lot of people would have told you that the Rockies and the Diamondbacks would not have had like the success that they're having right now early season.
Yeah, because, well, it's not predictable. I mean, maybe I could have predicted the Rockies, but I don't think Diamondbacks. And to be fair on the Diamondbacks, not to be fair, but, like, their record last season, I think, was 15-14, and then they went on to lose 110 games. So it might be too early. But, I mean, Zach Davies has been good for them. The guy, who was it, Tyler Gilbert? No.
Logan?
No, Logan's the Mariners. I think it was Tyler Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Threw a no-hitter last year. He's been good. They've been kind of getting it done. I think their team ERA is the second lowest in baseball behind the Dodgers. And I mean, speaking of the Dodgers, they are insane. They now have the best winning percentage in baseball after the Yankees lost Game 2 of the doubleheader today.
I'm terrified of the Dodgers because it looks like everything is firing on all cylinders for them, and even with a Trey Turner that's slumping, even with a Freddie Freeman who's not performing as like good as the World Series run Freddie Freeman is performing, everything is just clicking so well for the Dodgers, and it's crazy to think about how good of a team they are right now.
You just say Freddie Freeman's not performing?
Not clicking, not doing as much as he did in the World Series run. So it's a high standard.
I disagree. Have you looked at his stats?
Sure, you can do that. But it's terrifying to think of what's going to happen.
Hold on. Stop. Freddie Freeman is batting .316 with a .916 OPS. That's very good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's definitely better than let's see. Is that better than he batted in the postseason last year? 2021 postseason. It's around the same. .916 OPS is his all-time postseason, and he's batting .916 OPS so far this season.
Yeah,
you can't ask for much more.
I could ask for .917.
It's really Mookie Betts. Mookie, I think this team with Mookie, if Mookie Betts can figure it out, this team's scary. I mean, Mookie has an .801 OPS. He's .355 on base, which isn't bad, but .255 batting average. He has 5 homers, sure, but like those what's the word? The average numbers could be higher.
Counting numbers?
No, counting numbers are the home runs, RBIs.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure that what you were talking about was right. Yeah. I just, what's so funny? What's so funny? Come on, talk me through your thought process of laughing.
Nothing.
That's a lie.
Keep going. All right.
The Dodgers are scary, and
their pitching is scary.
Yeah, I'm blown away. I mean, we've said it before. We'll say it again. Like Clayton Kershaw, we're sorry. I love watching him pitch. He's been doing so well, and
why are you sorry for Clayton Kershaw?
No, I'm sorry for doubting him before this season.
Oh, okay. I don't think I doubted him. I'm pretty sure I said he was going to be good. I mean, I didn't think he would be this good, but I did think he was going to be good.
He has been great. I'm looking forward to more just Dodger baseball until it comes time where maybe we're talking about them in the World Series, because that's, I think, their level of, like, that's their standard now, is that they want to make the World Series at bare minimum. Yeah. Which is crazy to think about for a team, because not even Mets fans have that right now. Not even Yankee fans have that. Like, no team in baseball has that mentality right now, except for the Dodgers.
But I get it. I think the Mets are thinking it. The Mets are thinking World Series or bust.
The Mets are thinking that, but I'm saying the fans are thinking, like, let's get into the postseason first. Because they've been, I mean, after last season's collapse, I think they're just looking forward to seeing the postseason logo in Citi Field.
You'd think Mets fans aren't living and dying on the World Series right now.
Oh, no.
I guarantee you every Mets fan
but I guarantee you...
living and dying on the World. They're going to say it's a fail if they didn't win the World Series.
Yeah,
I
that's
guarantee.
every that's all 30 teams are going to say that. Well, all like...
No.
How many like
no.
teams are competing?
No. How many competitors are there total this year? So we got...
Actually, statistically, like playoffs?
Well, just in like the Yankees are contenders, the Braves are contenders, the Blue Jays are contenders, the Twins are contenders.
The Brewers?
I'm going in order.
I don't like the way in order.
The White Sox are contenders. Angels, Astros, Mariners, Mets, Braves, Brewers, Cardinals, Dodgers, Padres, Rockies, Giants. Over half the league are contenders.
Bring me Rocktober, baby.
I am so excited. Rocktober?
Yeah.
I'd kind of be down for some Rocktober.
I don't know if you saw, did you see the Rockies retired their their black vest uniforms?
That sucks.
Yeah.
I love those.
They were so cool. I'm hoping that they get City Connect jerseys sometime soon and we see
Are they this year? I think they are this year.
Oh, do they get them this year?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, I hope they do. That would be fun.
I'm like 98% sure.
Yeah.
But that 2% is like more like 35%.
Fair enough. You just mentioned them.
Yeah, I just mentioned them.
The Los Angeles Angels.
Fun times.
This is the second week in a row where I'm going to propose to you this question.
Uh-huh.
Are they legit?
Yes. And I said that last week.
You did. Now, they are currently a half a game up in the division. Just above the Astros, just because of the walk-off that they hit today. Anthony Rendon looks healthy again, which is great. Mike Trout's back. Shohei Ohtani is Shohei Ohtani. And they've bolstered up their rotation and their bullpen somewhat. Will we finally see Mike Trout win a playoff game this year?
Win a playoff game, yes. Win the World Series, I can't
That's a long
quite
shot.
be saying that. If Ohtani starts hitting like we know he can, I would be willing to say the Angels can contend for a World Series.
That's fair.
There is a world if Ohtani's doing his thing. Ohtani's pitching very well. Like last week, he pitched very well. Let me see if I can pull up his pitching from last week.
Oh my God! Last week against the who was it?
Who was it? Tell me.
Oh my God! Who did the Angels play earlier this week? Not the Tigers.
Not the Tigers, can confirm.
Not the Twins.
Not the Twins, can confirm.
Oh my God! Who did they play? Oh, Houston. No, that was earlier in the season. Shit.
All right, let's see. Fourth time's the charm.
Kansas City.
No.
Okay, well they played a team.
They play. He has the MLB app opened on his iPad, and he's not looking it up.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be smart. So, Shohei Ohtani is so good, dude.
They played the Red Sox.
The Red Sox, that's it. Yeah, they played in February.
Ohtani against the Red Sox, 11 strikeouts, 7 innings, no runs, got the win, hit a double, knocked his number off the wall. He had a bit. No one, Boston hasn't seen a two-way player like that since Babe Ruth, and Ohtani's better than Ruth.
Yeah.
you were gonna try to act surprised, but then you realized that when you go statistically, no. Grand scheme of things, probably yes.
Yes.
But Ohtani pitching this year, 3.08 ERA, 3.08 ERA in 26 and a third innings pitched, only 9 earned runs given up all season. 41 strikeouts, a 1.025 whip. He's good.
If he can avoid that breakdown that we saw from him last year, pitching-wise, where he then just started blowing it on the mound, he had a stretch of a couple of games where he was like, his ERA for a couple of starts was like over a 6. We saw it.
But that was in the beginning of the season.
No,
Like, he's already
like,
getting.
I'm talking like midway. It was like right after the All-Star
He didn't have a
break.
6 ERA midway through the season.
No, I'm not saying for the whole year. Like I'm saying he had a stretch like a couple weeks where he just could not pitch.
Yeah, after that Yankees game where he gave up 7 runs in the first inning, he was fine. He was like dominant after that, and I think he's starting dominant this year. I think he's figured it out. I do think he's figured it out.
Without a meltdown, is it crazy to say that he could win a Cy Young?
No. If he keeps pitching this good, then yeah.
Oh my god, dude, if Shohei Ohtani wins a Cy Young, that would be nuts.
Yeah, it would be crazy. Honestly, I'm here for it.
Yeah, count me in.
I'm fine. I kind of don't want him to win MVP just because I think it's boring. The same guy winning over and over and over again.
But at the same time,
if it's close, yes. But like the two-way player stuff, it just doesn't seem fair because he's gonna only be getting it because he's a two-way player.
All he needs to do is be above average at
both
one of them, and they sell a little bit more than above average. Like be in like the upper 25% of one and be literally dead average on the other, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And he wins MVP every year.
Oh, 100%. And it doesn't, that part doesn't seem as fair to me.
Which I can only imagine how Vladdy felt hearing that he lost the award to Shohei. Because literally any other year in baseball history, Vladdy takes home that award.
Speaking of Vladdy, he had a bit of a down week last week.
Yeah.
He's batting .287 now, just under a 900 OPS, which still good, but not what we know Vladdy can do. What do we think? The Blue Jays, they are, I believe they're 2.5 games behind the. You have the standings pulled up.
Blue Jays are 3.5.
3.5. I guess they lost today, right?
They did lose today. They got walked off by Seattle.
No, they didn't.
That's what I have here.
No, that's the Rays.
Oh, they didn't play today. They have an off day.
Really?
Yeah. Look, lost Seattle. Tomorrow they play the Angels.
Nope, lost Cleveland. They're in third.
Oh, they are in third.
You're having a little bit of a howler this episode, bro.
Yeah, can you tell?
The Blue Jays started off very good. I don't want to say they're slipping a little bit, but they're not doing as good as everyone thought. The Rays are second place in the AL East. They're 2 games back of the Yankees. The Yankees having a good time, but Vladdy, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. I said the average numbers already. He's doing what he can. Yeah. I don't know where the flaw in that Blue Jays team is coming. I think it might be the bullpen. I haven't been watching the Blue Jays games.
So I've watched a little bit. It's their bullpen, and they were also missing Teoscar Hernandez. Matt Chapman, like, yes, he's a great glove, and I don't know why the Toronto media hyped it up as if it's like the second coming of Josh Donaldson to Toronto.
He's a very good third base.
He's very good, but like everyone was thinking he's going to come in, hit 45 home runs, and be like a platinum glover. Which is he isn't capable
he might be
of that anymore.
He's definitely capable.
No, he's definitely the platinum glove. Don't get me wrong, but he cannot hit for most of the season.
But he hasn't been hitting. I think it was more of the name power.
Yeah, that's all that it was, and it's like.
But to be fair, he's better than Biggio.
People were riding high on this acquisition as if it
Santiago
meant something.
Espinal starting over Kevin Biggio.
As if it meant something like really important to the Blue Jays, but at the end of the day, like he's not providing any run support to his own team.
What's his stats?
Congratulations.
Can you pull up his stats?
Who?
Well, who are you talking about right now?
Matt Chapman?
Yeah, pull up Matt Chapman's stats.
Dude, I didn't ever heard of please.
Kevin Biggio in.
Why are we talking about Kevin Biggio?
Hold on. Hear me out. Kevin Biggio in 13 games is batting .043.
Wait, he hasn't had a hit yet this season?
.043.
Oh, I thought you said 0 for 43. I was like, oh my god.
No. He has 1 hit this season.
That's fine.
He's batting .043 with a negative 18 OPS plus, which is bad.
Not bad.
100 is average.
Could be worse.
258 OPS. OPS. And then let's take a look at Santiago Espinal, who has been starting.
Why are we debating this?
I'm not debating. I'm telling the people that Santiago Espinal is the starting second baseman for the Toronto Blue Jays. Santiago Espinal is batting in 29 games, is batting 267 with a 776 OPS, 130 OPS plus, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, 3 steals, actually 24 hits, which I believe is, if I'm doing my turkey math right, 23 more hits than Kevin Biggio.
Congratulations. But
Lewis is a big Kevin Biggio fan.
Matt Chapman's only batting 200, 5 homers, 14 RBIs.
5 homers, not bad. What's his slugging and his OPS? Do they not?
No, they do. I just have
Just go to Baseball Reference.
I'm right here. Games, at bats, total bases, innings. Slugging, he is batting slugging 390.
That's not great.
Not great at all. With his OBP 276.
All right, so
Like I just think that.
I mean, it's a step up from last year.
Yes, but
not really.
like you said,
No,
it's
not.
literally
It's
just
a step
the
down
name.
from last year.
It was all a name thing. Like it was so crazy.
Well, I still think it's a step up from their past lineup.
Yes,
Tapia has like been starting for them a lot,
and he's been doing great. Like I don't think the stats show it, but from the eye test of just watching him, like he does what he needs to do.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I think their team, because they wouldn't have gotten Tapia if they didn't get rid of if they didn't bring in Chapman.
I think that when the trade
and Tapia, not been great, but
he's doing what he needs to do.
Not really. He's not really getting hits or anything. He's batting 222, which isn't great.
22 points better than Matt Chapman.
No.
He's batting 222.
Yeah, Matt Chapman is batting
200. 200.
He's batting 208.
I have 200.
Baseball Reference, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Man's using the MLB app. He's a dinosaur. He's a fucking dinosaur.
Listen, it was more convenient, alright? I don't want to hear it anymore. Anyways, baseball's fun.
I'm sorry.
Dude, it's more convenient. I'm right here! Okay. Blue Jays are interesting. I think that after the Jose Ramirez trade was, like, called off, I think that's when...
What a trade that would have been.
That's going to be one of the biggest what-ifs of the season.
Yeah, what if the Blue Jays had Jose Ramirez instead of Matt Chapman? Wow. That's a scary team.
Yeah, because...
I'm not as scared of Matt Chapman as I am of Jose Ramirez.
I could take both of them in a fight. But, yeah...
I'm talking about baseball, not fighting.
Oh, yeah, I could try both of them. Yeah,
Are you on the... Go on. Yeah, honestly... It's one of those kind of nights. It's Sunday night.
Yeah,
it's 9 o'clock.
Tie red. I think that, like you said, the Blue Jays thing is just, it was a name grab. Matt Chapman is performing well below what the Toronto media and Toronto fans wanted to see out of him. It would be great if he could pick it back up, but I don't think that there's anything in sight there. Now,
I don't know. I'll never say never. In the words of Justin Bieber.
The one thing that you forgot to mention about the AL East. Who's in last place?
Wow, funny you should ask. Last place team, the American League East, is the Boston Red Sox. Jared Carrabis' own Boston Red Sox. They're 10-18.
Name drop Jared.
What are they, 10-18?
10-8, not 19. 10-19.
10-19. They are last place. Oh, sorry, 10-19. Oh, shiver me timbers.
That's the MLB app. Tell them you.
Oh, no, I meant because they're bad. I didn't mean anything to you. I just meant because they're bad. Shocking. The Orioles have a better record than the Red Sox. Sure, they've played less games. What are they, 10-18?
11-17.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
The
Red Sox, I've been watching, and, that Angels series was terrible for them. They just got swept by the White Sox. The Angels series, if you didn't watch, that game that Shohei pitched, 0-0, bullpen blew it. They lost
10-4, right?
Something like that. They went into extras in one of the games.
Jared
got destroyed.
Walsh, the Angels.
They don't have a bullpen. The Red Sox don't have a bullpen, which is their biggest issue. The We Got Ice Boys. They were live a couple days ago. It was the night that they went into extras and they lost 10-4. And they were talking about how this team doesn't have a bullpen. Their starters are decent. Their only real bullpen piece is Tanner Houck, but he can't pitch every day.
What about Garrett Whitlock?
He's a starter.
He's a starter now?
He's a starter because they don't have starters. He's a good starter, but he's a starter because they don't have starters, but now their bullpen is worse.
Yeah, the Red Sox, I feel like we're going to see the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, and dare I even say the Rays at the trade deadline, because I think that everything in the AL East will straighten itself out a little bit more. I think we're going to see all three of them in a bidding war for 2 or 3 bullpen arms each, because the Toronto Blue Jays have a big issue in their bullpen that they just like. It's either they're perfect or they're terrible, and there's zero in between. The Red Sox don't have a bullpen, and the Rays, although their bullpen, what they're calling what's his name, the general manager, the owner,
Kevin Cash?
Yes,
The
Kevin Cash.
stable?
Yes, like what he calls the stable is like it's good, but also it can be really bad at times. Like
Can it?
really bad. Yes, I was watching the
Can it?
games. It can be.
Yeah.
I've been watching some of the games where
Can
like
it?
the Tampa Bay Rays only have a plus 15 run differential. You having fun? Are you having a lot of fun? For anybody who's just listening, I'm sorry that Alex has been off the deep end here.
You're using the MLB app.
Because it's easier.
No, but I mean, the Rays are just so weird, dude. They have 3 listed starters. McClanahan, Rasmussen, and Kluber are their only listed starters that aren't injured or not playing.
Just crazy to think about. I think that they're gonna need to make a move for something in the pitching
The
aspect.
Rays are so sneaky.
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course they're
no
sneaky.
one on only one guy on their team has over a 3 ERA, and it's 3.06. Everyone else is below 3. You know how crazy that is?
Yeah.
Their team ERA has got to be low as hell. Although Josh Fleming and Chris Mazza and Luis Patino with their 13, 11, and 6
Probably doesn't help.
doesn't help. Here, wait. Let me pull it up. Let me see.
I just like something
I'm
about.
curious as to where the Rays are on the ERA leaderboard, because their ERA is extremely good. The Rays. Where the fuck?
But I'm telling you,
334 team ERA, which seems high. I think it's the big ERAs that are dragging it down.
I just like from watching a few Rays games and even watching them lose to the Mariners today.
They lost yesterday too on a walk-off,
Yeah,
right?
it's just like their bullpen can either be lights out, like you're not going to touch them, or you are like the bullpen will get lit up, and there's zero in between. And I think that their bullpen is a lot more top-heavy than people realize. Like Jordan Romano is very good. Yes. What's his name? The other guy. Wait, Jordan
Romano
is
on the Blue Jays. Yeah.
Crap.
Jordan Romano might be might be the best closer in baseball.
Who's the Rays closer? Kittredge, right?
Kittredge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he is so good, but then, like, after that, the names get slowly, like, not as good. They're still good players, probably great guys, too. It's just that, like, they don't do it right sometimes, and it's upsetting. Because the Rays can be very good.
How is this even possible?
Josh
Fleming. He's pitched 18.1 innings. And he's given up 23 runs.
That's not bad.
And only 13 earned runs. So I guess they're all inherited runners. He's just giving up runs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Certainly.
Who else do I want to talk? I want to talk about the Yankees pitching. Because it's a lot better than people think. Like, even currently, it's a lot better than people think. They have the second best team ERA in baseball with a 2.6. They're good.
They are very good.
2.6 ERA, second best in baseball. Behind the Dodgers, who have a 2.11. But the Dodgers are also the Dodgers. So you got to keep that in mind. Best ERA in the AL is what we could say.
Yeah. The Yankees are fun to watch. We've been watching just about every game, it feels like. We're having fun watching them. They're performing very well, even though they did lose today in the second game of the doubleheader.
Yeah, one game of the doubleheader. Gleyber Torres having a good time.
The team.
Gleyber Torres has the most walk-off hits since 2018.
Yeah.
With 7.
And the thing that I'm starting to notice about the Yankees, which we mentioned about the Mets, I think before on this podcast, is the Mets have that fun factor where everyone seems to be friends, and stuff, and the Yankees are slowly getting there. Of like they're smiling, they're having fun, just like
I love
being there at the field, and it's not as vibrant as the Mets are. Like the Mets, literally, the two guys who were beating each other up last year, Francisco Lindor and Jeff McNeil, are now like best friends. Like they're having so much fun playing together. The Yankees are almost there of like they're having fun, but then you have like some disconnect of where, we saw it today. Joey Gallo struck out, right? And he goes back into the dugout and just like yells at himself or whatever. Like, if that were the Mets, someone's over there like, dude, come on, like let's not be a piss bitch about it. Like we can be.
No, I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's hey, you're being a piss bitch. I think it's more of on the Mets. It would be like, oh come on, bro, it's okay. Like blah 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 blah. Rather than like no one walking up to him. Then again, I also don't. We don't know if no one walked up to him.
Yeah, just from what we saw.
We saw 3 seconds of it from when he walked in the dugout. But I know what you mean. Like the Yankees, like when they're out of a game, it just feels like they're out of it.
Yeah.
If
they go down,
no, I don't know if I agree with that because it has felt like they've been out of it and then they just come back and win games.
Yeah,
it happened this week.
Yeah, but there have been like a couple games where like yes they'll go down and
they were
they'll
getting
come back
destroyed by Manoah and then the bullpen came in and they immediately scored 9 runs.
Yeah, but that's the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. Like it's not all like I'd much rather see them score 2 runs off Manoah, right, than see them score 9 runs off of the Blue Jays bullpen because I think that's better for the team, like the general spirit. Obviously, I still want them to go out and win and demolish whatever team they play, right? But I would want to see more out of the guys who feel like they're untouchable from the Yankees organization.
Mm. Right.
And like Alek Manoah is one of those guys because he's a literal Yankee killer.
Yeah, no, the Yankees have never been able to hit Alek Manoah, and it's insane.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Why?
You have 3 seconds.
Why?
1, 2.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way. That's a lawsuit.
Get my lawyer on you.
I'll give my lawyer on you too. But yeah, what were we talking about? Manoah.
Manoah.
Yeah, Manoah's been killing the Yankees. That's nothing new. But what was I talking? The Yankees just they're giving me 2019 vibes. And if buzzers didn't exist in 2019, the Yankees make the World Series. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna say anything past that. Who haven't we talked about? The Minnesota Twins.
We have not talked about both Central divisions.
Right.
So do you want to start in the AL first?
No. I want to start in the NL. The AL is more exciting.
Fair enough. Let's start in the NL. Although the Cardinals are 3 games out, or 2.5 games out of the division, they are so much fun to watch. I'm loving watching the Cardinals play, and I genuinely think that the Cardinals at the end of the season will be sitting atop the NL Central, only because the Brewers are so bad at providing run support. It's upsetting because they have the best pitching staff in baseball. That pitching staff with, like the third best hitter from every team easily walks to a championship. Like, it is crazy how good their pitching staff is, and the fact that we're seeing Andrew McCutchen, Christian Yelich, what's his name, Rowdy Tellez, like, these guys, yeah, they have their one game, like, their one shining moment. I'd rather see them perform well over a period of time because they can demolish teams if they put it all together.
The Brewers have 19 wins right now.
Yeah.
I think everything's clicking for them.
Everything's clicking, but when they go down, right, especially, like, in the middle of games or whatever, like, in between their starters and, like, seeing the Devin Williams and the Josh Haders come out, there's so much room for teams to come out and just, like, try to smack them around. It's so upsetting that the Milwaukee Brewers lineup cannot provide adequate amount of run support for the best pitching staff in baseball.
What's their run differential, you said?
It is 36, but it just doesn't feel like that. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I agree with your arguments here. I think their team is clicking on all levels, and I think Willy Adames is a big part of that. Willy Adames has been insane.
It's clicking. I just don't think that it's like to where it needs to be because it feels like the Brewers are very lucky, along with the Cardinals, along with the Twins. They're in the central divisions of their leagues, which are notoriously easier. So they can get away with winning 2-0, 3-0, 1-0 even. You know? I just feel like the Brewers need to pick it up more and like do more on the offensive side of the ball if they're really serious about making a deep playoff run or even making the World Series.
Yeah, I see it.
Because like now is the time to start it and ramp it up.
Especially because the Cardinals are keeping up with them.
Yeah, the Cardinals are getting good. They're doing the reunion tour with Pujols and Molina, and that seems to be like
both teams have lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, it like. The Cardinals are so sneaky right now just because they're not in first place, which is crazy to think about because they're still a great team. Oh, you're yawning.
Yeah. I was like, you gotta keep going. No, I agree. I think, but the Cardinals still, like, I think if the Brewers do have a slide, the Cardinals are gonna come right in and take advantage. So the Brewers need to keep going, and with that pitching staff, it's hard to not be bad. Well,
they're gonna lose.
What did I just say? It's hard to be bad with that pitching staff.
Right. And that's what I was trying to say, of that if they're going to lose a game, they're going to lose it offensively. They're not going to lose it on the defensive side of the ball when you have these pitchers who can come out and just shut down any lineup, man. Like, the Brewers have it. They just need it all to fire at the same time. That's all that needs to happen. And that's why I'm begging for that to start now, because I don't want it to start, halfway through September, and they're still ramping it up, and they're running into the postseason, and Devin Williams is punching the bricks of a wall again. I just don't want to see the Brewers crash and burn, like I genuinely think they will right now, if the playoffs started right now.
Having fun?
Having fun. Baseball.
Baseball is fun.
Baseball.
So the Pirates are better than the Cubs in that division.
Crazy to think about.
But then again, the Cubs have also played the Dodgers. I think they've lost. I think they're tied because they split the doubleheader yesterday. No. Are they on a 2-game losing streak?
Who? The Cubs?
Yep.
They're on a 4-game.
Okay, so they've lost both games against the Dodgers. So they are playing the Dodgers, to be fair to them. But Cubs have not been great. They started off decent. I think that's expected. Pirates haven't been terrible. They had a decently good week. But keep in mind they played the Reds. I want to talk about the Reds. Holy shit, they are bad.
They are pretty terrible.
Like,
5-23 at the time of this recording. They did just win today. Crazy to think about. Round of applause to the Reds.
Congrats. Get one of those, the picture with the star and it says, "You did it. Cincinnati Reds won a game." It's like, oh. No. It's insane. They're on, record pace. They're on pace. I think it was to only win, 23 games this season. That would be the worst all time by a lot. I honestly, I'm rooting for it.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for it. I'm sorry, Reds fans, but I'm sure the Reds fans are too. Sell the team.
So, what do you sell the team? Perfect. What do you think of the comments that their GM has been making and stuff?
What have the comments been?
Such as the GM of the Reds or the president or some guy, front office suit guy, right? He went on the air for a podcast or on the radio and said, "Hey, you guys want to boo the team? It's not our fault. You could go to the games, you could support the team, but we can't afford to have these players. We can't do all this. And what do you want us to do? Sell the team? Well, we're not going to. You guys are the suckers in this situation."
Exactly, and it's well, yes, that's exactly what we want you to do. Yeah. We want you to sell the team. But if you can't afford to own a Major League Baseball team and pay any, Ken Griffey Jr. is their 7th highest paid player.
6th.
What the fuck is the difference at that point?
A number.
Anywhere, the fact that he's on that list is nuts.
Yeah.
The Reds just aren't paying anyone. Joey Votto, free Joey Votto.
Free Jonathan India.
Jonathan India's been injured, but free him too. It's disappointing. It is. It's disappointing. But
disappointing is the least.
Good thing I'm not a Reds fan.
Not being a Reds fan?
I love not being a Reds fan.
I love that.
I love it.
I love that.
I love it.
I love that. I love not being a Reds fan.
Me too.
Do you like not being a Reds fan?
I love not being a Reds fan.
I love not being a Reds fan. How do you feel about being a Reds fan?
I'm not a Reds fan.
You're not a Reds fan? Neither am I. Pleasure meeting you because I'm not a Reds fan.
Yeah, the Reds.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad. Put up for the Reds. Reds, we're rooting for you to lose as many games as possible.
I want them
Can
to
I go
lose.
on record
I
and
want
say
them
that?
to lose every single game they have left. I do. I
That would
genuinely
be,
do.
what, 159?
And Reds fans, don't get mad at me for saying that, because that's helping you. Maybe Commish, kick him out. 5 games? You only win 5 games all year? Get him out of here. Delete the organization. It should be like Champions League in soccer.
Oh, if only it worked that way.
We'll have the Ducks head up to the NL Central.
The NL Central Long Island Ducks.
It makes so much sense geographically.
That would start. It would start turning into the NBA conferences, where like the Pelicans are in the West, along with the Grizzlies of Memphis.
Oh God.
Yeah, I want the Reds to lose a lot, just because why not? It would be fun. They have nothing to compete for, sadly. Although they were just in the playoffs. I mean, they lost everybody, sadly. They didn't lose. They traded away a few of their good guys, and they let the other guys walk because they didn't want to pay them. You're an MLB level franchise. You should be able to pay some of these guys who are selling tickets, jerseys, like memorabilia, like doing all this stuff for your team just by walking onto the field every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's upsetting. The Reds are interesting. And do you want to now jump into what you are calling a fun division, the AL Central?
Yeah, I called it fun. You called it fun.
No, I called the NL Central fun.
I think the AL Central is a little more fun.
Fair enough.
I mean, you got a team like the White Sox who just swept the Red Sox. While granted the Red Sox are bad, the White Sox did look good in that series.
Yeah.
Who'd the White Sox play earlier this week? You think you can get that one?
Oh,
In less than 8 tries?
no promise.
Who did the White Sox play during the week?
The Cubs.
They swept the Cubs, too, I think.
Yes, they did.
So, the White Sox are on a decently good streak right now. Let's take a look at their team. Can we take a look at their team really quick?
You can go take a look at their team.
2021 White Sox.
And it's crazy that we're saying that the Cubs
No,
are...
not 2021.
Not the Cubs. The White Sox are getting very good again.
They're-
And they're still 3 games out of their division because the Twins are looking to be running the gauntlet in the AL Central. Crazy to think about.
I mean, you got... Did what's his name? No. So you got Tim Anderson, who's batting .337. He's turning into Tim Anderson again. Jose Abreu batting .239, which isn't bad, but they're getting better. Jose Abreu is getting better. You've been seeing it. His OPS is 111. OPS plus rather is 111. Who else we got? Andrew Vaughn, who just hit the 10-day IL, unfortunately, was batting .283, 933 OPS. Like people are getting they're getting it done. And Dylan Cease is a beast. Michael Kopech, dog. Vince Velasquez, dog. Lucas Giolito, dog. Dallas Keuchel's been terrible. Dallas Keuchel has a 8.4 ERA in 4 starts.
You better be careful.
15 innings pitched. He's given up 14 runs. He's giving up 19 runs in 15 innings pitched. Dallas Keuchel, not great. But that's once every 4 days. 5 days. That's once every 5 days.
Not too bad.
So
I can suffer like that.
I'd be fine. No, I wouldn't. That would piss me off.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
That would piss me off. But we know what Dallas Keuchel's capable of, is what I'm really trying to say. And they're going to be getting Lance Lynn back sooner rather than later. Liam Hendricks has been decent. Liam Hendricks he hasn't been great, surprisingly. Well, he's been great recently. He didn't start great, surprisingly, but he's been great recently.
He had like
Kendall Graveman?
4 blown saves in the beginning of the season.
No.
No. I know that he has at least 1.
No, I don't even know. No, I don't think he does.
Whatever. But yeah, the White Sox are. I hope they're finding their mojo again because I would love to see someone contest the Twins.
Because the Twins found their mojo too. They went on they won 11 of their last 12. Correa got injured, and it's a pretty significant injury. They don't really know how long he's going to be out, or at least last time I saw, they didn't really know how long he was going to be out.
Which I don't know. Did you see what happened?
Some with his hand. I didn't see the play.
He was
or
just
anything.
at bat, and a pitch ran in, and like it hit. It looked like it hit off the end of his bat, but no, it went right off of his knuckles. And they said that they did the MRIs and the scans and everything, and they said that he was fine, that he was just going to sit out a couple of days and rest it. I have a feeling that he's not fine because he's still sitting out.
I thought he hit the IL.
Yeah, and he's on the IL now. Although he kept saying that, like, everyone in the Twins media kept saying, "Hey, we're fine. Like, he's fine."
Yeah.
He even said it himself that he feels fine. It's fine. Like, he's just going to take a couple of days off to rest it.
And what sucks is that he was actually heating up. He was before he got hit the IL, he was batting .255, which is a big step up from what he was batting. .693 OPS plus, big step up from where he was. He was starting to figure things out, and it's sad that then is when he decided to get injured. Well, he didn't decide, but you know what I mean. Like that's the moment when he got injured, when he was actually starting to heat up.
Yeah, it's upsetting. It's upsetting, but
the Twins are still good without him.
That's what I was
Buxton,
just about to
Polanco, Garlick. Love Kyle Garlick.
Kyle Garlick. Yeah, Buxton is the guy who I'm most interested in watching. Oh, the GOAT. Buxton is going to be an MVP competitor as long as he stays healthy. But what concerns me is that he's a glass cannon. Because we can see him hit a 470-foot bomb, and then he would need crutches to get all the way around the bases. You know? Like, it's terrifying how fragile he is for such a great player. Like, I almost want to donate as much as I can in plastic wrap and, like, bubble wrap to the Twins organization to keep him protected at all costs. I want the Twins to be good. I really do. One, because I think the White Sox are a little bit overrated and I don't want them to win the division this year. And two, why not have the Twins back in the postseason where the Yankees can then just sweep them again? Let's make
Will
some
the
fun.
Twins win a playoff game this year? I'm going with no.
If they play the Yankees, no.
I think no matter who they
in the
play.
first round, no. If they play, like, I don't know. It would depend on what it looks like because, genuinely, I would guess that they're going to play an AL West team if they made the playoffs. I think they would play an AL West team, whether that be Seattle, Houston, or the Angels is up for grabs. But I could see them taking at least one game from either Seattle or the Angels. I don't see Houston dropping a game to them. But then again, we are only like a month and a week into the season. So there's plenty of baseball left to be played, plenty more proof to be put into the projects. How's that sound?
Sure.
Sure. I think that kind of wraps up baseball.
We did the AL East. We pretty much
AL
went in
East.
depth. Cedric Mullins, cool. If we didn't mention that. We just did the AL West. I mean, who was at the bottom of the AL West?
AL West.
I mean, Central.
Detroit.
The Tigers
they're
are worse
flopping.
than we thought.
Yeah. Which is upsetting.
Not worse than Nick thought. Nick knew.
Yeah.
Are the Rangers still at the bottom of the AL West?
No.
Athletics now?
Yep.
But by how much?
Damn.
So, the Rangers are bad.
Two games.
The Rangers are still bad.
Yeah.
They're worse than everyone thought they were going to be. They don't have pitching.
Not us.
Not us. But they don't have pitching, so it was kind of obvious.
Yeah. The NL East we spoke about already. I mean, it's a dogfight there. Although the Mets do look like they're the heavy favorites,
But they do every year.
Yeah, they do every year. That's why I'm saying it's a dogfight. We just went over the NL Central. It's a little bit top heavy. Some surprises out of that. And the NL West is the best league in baseball at the moment.
Yeah, the NL West. They have every team over 500. Somehow, crazy. Dodgers are insanely good. The Padres have been really good without Fernando Tatis Jr.,
which I love.
I think when they get Fernando Tatis, like when Nando comes back, they could be the best team in baseball. They're staying. How many games back are they?
The Padres?
Yeah.
1.
Without Fernando Tatis Jr. And with that insanely good Dodgers team.
Yeah.
So, that's all.
But that's also the 2016 All-Star MVP Eric Hosmer performing to a level that he hasn't really hit this week, but he's been performing well. This is Manny Machado.
Is that you saying that you think he's going to start flopping?
Never said that. And this is with Manny Machado literally taking the entire organization, putting it in a backpack and dragging him. I mean, Jorge, Alfaro went yard today to walk it off, which was fun. But something about this team, like the Padres in general, it feels like, yes, they're great, but I just don't want to see them hit a bump in the road because they're playing so well. Nothing?
What?
No comment? No concerns?
They are playing good. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I pretty much agree. We went through everything. Now the last thing is our podium, which could get exciting because I think I have some good candidates this week.
All right, let's hear them.
No, well, we have to go over last week. Do you have last week's pulled up?
Oh, I do have last week's pulled up.
So where we starting, AL or NL? So
Let's start,
week, AL or NL?
Let's start at the AL. Last week, our AL podium was Taylor Ward at first, Anthony Rizzo at 2, and Yordan Alvarez at 3. Let's start with Taylor Ward. In the last 7 days, he hasn't been himself, but still pretty good. 8 strikeouts, batting .273 with 6 hits, a homer. His OPS is .903, slugging .455. Not too bad. Not too bad. Congratulations, Taylor Ward, on making the podium. For last week, that is.
Yeah. Then we got Anthony Rizzo.
Next up, Anthony Rizzo, who
Shoot us with his stats. Whoa.
played 4 games, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts.
Not great.
He's batting .071,
Not great.
and his OPS is .205.
Not great.
All he has is a single to his name.
Yeah, I don't think he's staying on the podium. It was a good run.
Well, yeah, congratulations.
He'll be back next week.
Yeah, I hope so.
And then Yordan Alvarez was number
last
3.
but certainly not least, Yordan Alvarez coming in at number 3. 8 strikeouts, batting .227 with 5 hits. OBP of .393, slugging exactly .500 with an OPS of .893. So, I mean, congratulations, Yordan, on making the podium. Now, do you want to do our new AL podium first, or do you want to move over to the NL, cover that, and then do...
I say we do the AL first.
Okay, let's do it then.
I have my 3 candidates. I have, in this order, this hurts me to say, Jose Altuve,
Okay.
Manuel Margot,
Okay.
Kevin Gossman. In that order.
I like that. I would like to propose a trade.
Well, can I read some stats first?
No.
Let me pose to you some stats. Altuve led the AL in OPS, slugging, OPS and slugging, and WRC plus, and had 3 homers. He was getting hits.
Yeah.
The Astros have been winning.
It's been doing really good.
That's why I had Altuve at my number 1. Manuel Margot, OPS, 1,300 OPS. He's been clutch for the Rays, especially in the Mariners series. He's right behind Altuve in WRC plus. Slugging is up there. He's
doing well.
Tied for. He had 11 hits this week, in 7 games. He's been good. And then Kevin Gossman, dog.
Yeah, he's so
dog.
Good. That
46 strikeouts, only 1 walk so far this season. He had 2 starts. He pitched 13 innings. He's insane. Insane Kevin Gossman has been so far. Why? What was your difference?
Well, I wanted to throw in just another name into the hat that sounds really stupid, but you just need to let me talk here. Mike Trout.
I won't say a single word.
Mike Trout, I just feel like we're watching him play. He batted .319 last week, and he's just been doing well. Like, his OPS is a little low at .969, but he's coming back to who Mike Trout is. Like the guy that we just love to watch. And he's 30 years old, and it still feels like he's a rookie. Like, he's such in the prime of his career. He's just doing well. The Angels are winning too. I like the idea of putting Trout up there. But, I mean, you make a great case for all of your candidates.
Yeah, I don't know. I think mine were all... But, like, I get what you mean, but, like, it's kind of less about he's getting there. When he gets there, I'm all for him on the podium, but he's not there. This isn't an ongoing thing, like season stats. This is who was the best 3 players last week.
I know.
I don't think Mike Trout was one of the best 3 players last week.
I'll admit to you that this is just a little bit of bias because I think I watched almost every Angels game like this last week.
That is bias.
Yeah.
That is the definition of bias.
Just a little bit. But
I think
I
it's.
just
I
love
think
watching
we
Mike
need to
Trout.
look at it from more of a who were the best 3 players last week, and I think those 3 were the best 3.
No, that's completely fair.
So are we
That's fair.
fully agreeing on a podium right now?
So give me the order again.
Altuve, Margot, Gossman.
I want Gosman too.
I think you're saying that just because you don't want to agree.
Of course, and I also want Gosman
no,
too.
no. The
No. That's what. Congratulations,
We've
Alex.
done it.
You've done it. You've done it.
It's my honor to have successfully created a podium.
Yeah, I like how our hands when we go to.
So Altuve,
handshake-
Margot, and Gossman is our AL podium. Yeah, it's right in the middle of the logo.
So no one knows that we're actually shaking hands.
Yeah.
Like we got to do this.
Yeah, we just gotta. Okay, maybe we won't do that. Okay, that's our AL podium. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Jose Altuve. All right, the NL podium.
The NL podium.
Last week, why don't you read us some stats? Number 1 on the NL podium last week was Eric Hosmer.
Eric the GOAT.
How did
Hosmer.
you do this week?
Terrible. He batted a whopping .238 with 3 strikeouts, only 5 hits, with an OPS of .693. Not too shabby, but could be worse. Eric Hosmer, 2016 All-Star Game MVP, 2015 World Series champion. Congratulations on making the podium last week.
Okay, and then number 2 on the podium last week was Pablo Lopez.
He pitched 2 games last week. Only allowed 2 extra base hits with only 4 walks, 12 strikeouts.
How many runs?
How many runs? 4.
And
In two-
all
in two
4 were in
starts.
1 start, though.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's just doing well. Pablo Lopez. And then
our
last,
third was
but
very,
certainly not least.
very, very controversial. Our third one, we had Clayton Kershaw because he took over the Dodgers all-time strikeout leader. How did he do this week?
Pitched 1 game, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, allowed 5 hits with only allowed 1 run. No runs. Allowed no runs in that start.
But only 1 start.
Yeah, only 1 start.
I don't think we can keep him on the podium. with
No,
just
you
one.
can't keep him
I
on
think-
the podium for 1
I think we should make it so that to qualify for the podium,
You gotta have to.
you have to have at least 2 starts. Or if you're a reliever,
Well, we'll
at
see.
least 3 appearances.
Well, we'll see, because there could be times if we see Shohei go 8 innings of lights out baseball.
Okay,
but that's his only
subject to
start.
change, but I think in general we should look at.
That's how
only-
we should. That's how we should.
You
try
should have to have
structure
2
it.
starts. Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
2 shorts and 2 starts. We like the 2 for 2 combo. But congratulations, Clayton Kershaw, on making the podium last week.
And for relievers, it's a 4-for-4 short start combo. We got the Wendy's going on here. Okay, yeah. So this week, I think I have good cases for all my guys again.
Okay. I only have 2 names for this.
One of my names might be I'm willing to debate. My first 2 I will not be debating. I had Ben Gamel, number 1.
Okay.
Max Fried, number 2.
Okay.
And Rowdy Tellez, number 3.
Okay.
Can I read some stats?
Sure.
So, last week, you were surprised at Ben Gamel. Ben Gamel led baseball through, how many games was this? Through
Ben Gamel. What team does he even play for again?
Pirates. Through 5 games, he led the league with, what's that one called? OPS, 1,500 OPS. He led the league in slugging. He led the league in on-base percentage. He led the league in average. He led the league in WRC+, in WOBA. He led in every category. It's hard not to pick him when he led in every single average category.
I can settle with that one. Don't get me wrong.
He batted .550. I get that it's 5 games, but I mean...
You bat .550 in 5 games. You're getting on base 55% of the time. I'm not a mathematician, but those are pretty damn good numbers.
6 RBIs, 4 runs.
You can't count RBIs because it's the Pirates.
That's true. 3 doubles. A lot of hits. How many hits did he have? 11.
So, wow. Okay.
So Ben Gamel, a Pirate, is number 1 on our podium.
Oh, well, that's
podiums are
not for certain yet.
You just said I could agree with that.
I don't know, just for number 1? All right, the sharks are coming. So that's the number one. I can solemnly say with all my confidence that is the number one.
You just said you agreed.
Just with the number one.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, do you want to debate your cases for 2 and 3? Because I think I make a pretty damn good case for 2 and 3.
Max Fried.
Did he pitch 2 sharks?
He did pitch 2 sharks. And 2 sharks last week. Wait, I just had it pulled up. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, in 2 sharks last week, he pitched 4. Wait a minute. That's not right. In 2 starts last week, he gave up 3 runs, had a 170 batting average against. Did he win both games? Won both games. 13 innings pitched, only 3 earned runs, like I said, and I think they were all on home runs. He gave up 2 home runs, 14 strikeouts, 0.692 whip, 9.7 strikeouts per 9. Yeah. And then Rowdy Tellez had the 8 RBI game. And he did good outside of that. He had 12 total RBIs this week.
Yes.
Who are your 2 and 3?
2 names that I wanted to give you. One, I don't think should be a debate. Like, there's one of my names should definitely be up there. The other one is just a shot in the dark, but I've been watching a lot of his at bats this year, and I'm just in, like, what I saw from him this week really made me be like, yeah, I want to have him on the podium. Josh Bell. He's literally been the definition of a baseball coach saying, hit it where they're not, because he's just doing well. His OPS of 1.37, pretty good. He's batting .304 in the last week with 2 homers. And he's literally just putting the ball where the defenders are not standing. They've tried doing this shit.
Josh Bell does not have a 1.37 OPS.
So 1.037.
Oh, 0.37.
Like, that's, like, it's a little low for a week. But I've just been watching Josh Bell at bats, and he just hits the ball where people are not standing. And he's been doing well. He's trying his best to help.
Let's check that with BABIP. Let's check the BABIP numbers. What's his BABIP?
All right, let me get the BABIP up. Oh, Joshua Bell.
I mean, I don't hate it.
He's just been doing so well.
How many hits did he had? Lewis. How many hits did he have last week?
Last week? 7. It's about 3.
In how many games?
5. His BABIP, 278. That just can't be right. Because I've been watching him play. He's been doing so well.
That just can't be right.
Like,
you were watching... Oh, because you watched one Angels series against the Nationals?
No, I'm so serious. Of that, I've been watching Josh Bell at bats, and he just hits the ball where people are not. He does well. So, that's
I don't
my
like it.
That's my case for
If we're going to get a big boy on there, I think we get Rowdy Tellez at 3.
The other one that I cannot believe that you're leaving him off the podium, because he's turned into our frequent flyer at this point, Manny Machado. Come on, man. Come on. He's batting .364, 1.254 OPS with 3 home runs. He's putting on a show in Slam Diego. And you're going to tell me that he doesn't belong on that podium.
Rowdy Tellez had 3 home runs.
Don't care. We can put Rowdy Tellez at 2. Put Manny Machado at 3. I think Manny Machado deserves to be on the podium. Like, I'm sorry, Max Fried. Congratulations on pitching your 2 shards. But, like, Manny Machado deserves to be up there. You don't perform this well in a week and not get up on the podium.
I'll tell you what. We play rock, paper, scissors. If you win, Machado goes 3 and Tellez goes 2. If I win, Fried goes 2, Tellez goes 3.
Let's do it.
All right. This is going to end now the episode. This is the end of the episode.
This is the end of the episode.
I'm done with everything. Ready?
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot. That's one on me. That's one on me. Ready?
Clutch stats.
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
Spider-Man.
What the fuck?
That's an instant win.
Then no.
Right,
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
Rock. Okay, it's 1-1.
1-1.
This is the deciding round.
Holy shit.
Why does every fucking thing end with the fucking rock, paper, scissors? I'm not ready.
Stop! Come on!
What the fuck was that?
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
Yes! Let's go!
No!
Let's go!
Oh my god.
He's done it! He's done it!
How could I have gone? Oh my
So
god.
the NL podium,
I went rock?
the NL podium for this week is shocker. Ben Gamel up at number 1, Max Fried at number 2, Rowdy Tellez at number 3.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Honorable mention, Manny Machado.
Oh my god, I cannot believe I fucked that up.
You go rock first every time.
RPS and you throw paper and I don't think to throw fucking scissors. Oh, that's upsetting.
Extreme rock, paper, scissors going on here.
Oh my
All right.
god.
That's it. This episode's got to end. We'll see you next week. Keep checking out Instagram, TikTok, everything, socials. We have more videos coming for you soon.